Hi everyone, welcome back to Meta Anime, and I hope you are doing well. Today, I'm going to tell you about the story of a movie called Ni no Kuni, which was released in 2019 on Netflix and is based on a famous game with the same title. Before we go, this video contains spoilers, so please take this as a warning for those who haven't watched this movie yet. So without further ado, let's dive into the recap of Ni no Kuni. The movie starts in a modern day Japan, and one day an old man waved his walking stick towards the sky at the roof of a hospital. And the old man told the nurse who was with him that he is trying to cast a spell to open a gateway. However, the nurse tried to stop him thinking that he is already senile. Then we move on to our main protagonist, which is an athletic young boy named Haru, and his friend named Yuu, who is unable to walk. Haru showed off his athletic capabilities. Meanwhile, we can see how Yuu is really intelligent. On their way home, they were joined by their friend named Kotona. It was really apparent that they both had feelings for her, with Haru being the one who was officially in a relationship with her. While they were planning to go to a shop, they separated from Yuu as the shop is located above a lengthy staircase that Yuu couldn't reach. Later that day, at home, Yuu received a call from Kotona saying that she is being followed by someone after she separated from Haru. Yuu then immediately seek help from her sister, Saki, to take him to where Kotona is. On their way, Yuu also tried to reach Haru to come to help her. After arriving, Yuu saw Kotona being stabbed by a mysterious figure who ran after Yuu and went straight to them with a wheelchair. Haru arrived shortly later and picked Kotona up to take her to the hospital. Yuu tried to stop him as Kotona was stabbed quite deep, and it would be dangerous to take her like that. Haru then panicked and ran into the traffic where Haru and Kotona almost got hit by a truck, but unfortunately they were saved by Yuu. As the vehicles passed by them, the world around them also seemed to change. Haru and Yuu found themselves in a completely different place, wearing completely different outfits. They are surrounded by unfamiliar scenery and creatures in a fantasy-like world. The two of them were surprised that Kotona was not with them, and Yuu can actually walk there. Determined to find Kotona, the two of them decided to gather information and entered a tavern. There, they saw a poster of Princess Astrid, who looks very identical to Kotona. The pair then decided to go to the castle to meet her. At the castle, they weren't allowed to enter as they were just common civilians. Meanwhile, inside the palace, the king and his royal officials were surrounding the princess who seemed to be cursed. They are looking for ways to remove a powerful curse that was placed upon her. The curse was so powerful that even their magic minister Naos can't undo the curse. However, they are already requesting help from specialists who could possibly remove the curse. Outside the castle, the pair was still not giving up, so they decided to sneak into a cart that was allowed to enter. The pair then succeeded in reaching the princess' chamber by sneaking into a huge vase taken by the specialist called to undo the curse. Inside the chamber, they saw the lying down Princess Astrid, who looked exactly like Kotona. They also got to observe the specialist's ritual to undo the curse. Unfortunately, the ritual went horribly wrong, and they lost their lives in the process. After that, we can see that the curse is actually in the form of a dagger, which was stabbed in the same part where Kotona was stabbed. When all the personnel left the chamber, the two of them approached the princess. Yuu then grabbed and pulled the dagger out, which lifted the curse from Princess Astrid. After that, the two of them were caught for questioning. Haru and Yuu tried to explain that they were just looking for their friend, who looked exactly like Princess Astrid, and pulled the dagger out from her to save her. However, the story just seemed ridiculous to the guards. The princess that regained consciousness came to show that she is already feeling better. After speaking with Princess Astrid for a while, the two of them realized that she is not the Kotona they knew. They were then sent back to the town, after being given some rewards for saving the princess. In the town, they stayed at the tavern they visited before. Haru is very much convinced that they are having a really weird dream. Meanwhile, Yuu still feels unsatisfied with the princess. Haru questioned Yuu about how he was able to remove the dagger, but Yuu said that his body just moved by itself. At night, Yuu sneaked into the castle again to meet the Princess Astrid. They ended up having a long conversation that night. Yuu then joined the princess on a flying ship to a lake, and at the lake, Princess performed a cleansing ritual that is said to banish evil spirits. After the ritual, the two of them continued their conversation and discussed about Kotona. At the castle, Naos told the king that Haru and Yuu might be the assassins sent by the Black Banner to take the king's life, as their timing seemed to be too convenient. The next day, both of them were invited by the king to an exhibition match to fight against some gladiators. While in a pinch, the two of them realized that their body can naturally swing their swords, which impressed the audience. After the battle ended, the two of them were called up to the king. As they bowed down to the king's guards pointed their blades at them. The king accused them of being an assassin, sent by the Black Banner after seeing their extraordinary swordsmanship. Yuu suggested Haru for them to go back to their world. He found out that the trigger is probably when their life is in grave danger. They then immediately ran into the flame behind the king. As they were falling out of the arena, they both got transported back to their world, which proved Yuu's theory. In their world, they saw Kotona that is completely fine and had no recollection of being stabbed. However, Kotona told them that at the place they both got transported back, a horrible traffic accident took place, and 3 people lost their lives because of it. After looking at the victims, Yuu found that they resembled the specialist who failed to undo the Princess Astrid's curse. Yuu suddenly remembered his childhood at a hospital. He was fascinated by a story told by the old man we saw at the beginning. The old man told him about another world and how the two worlds are linked together with only chosen people capable of traveling between the two. The old man also told him that there are interlinked people between the two worlds whose lives are connected to each other. They tend to have the same personalities and like the same things. Yuu told Haru that the reason that Kotona is fine now is that he dispelled Astrid's curse, implying that Astrid and Kotona are linked together. However, Haru told him that 2 of them were just dreaming and doesn't believe what Yuu said. The next day, they all received another bad news. Kotona was discovered to have a malignant tumor and had only 3 months to live. Yuu insisted that they must go back to that world to save Astrid. However, Haru thinks differently. He believed that Kotona is now in grave danger because Yuu had saved Astrid and Kotona became the one supposed to die instead. So, Haru is now determined to go back to the other world to kill Princess Astrid. The 2 of them got into a fight. Meanwhile, the masked figure who stabbed Kotona rushed to them and grabbed Haru as they got transported to another world. This caused Haru and Yuu separated into different locations in the other world. Haru arrived at the Black Castle and met the leader of the Black Banner, Gilrod. Gilrod convinced Haru that his belief of killing Astrid will save Kotona is the truth, and made Haru the commander of the charge to the castle, in order to kill Princess Astrid. Meanwhile at the castle, Yuu is being subdued by the guards, as he and Haru were previously accused of being assassins sent by the Black Banner. Yuu told the king about how Astrid and his friend, Kotona, are linked together, and since Kotona is in grave danger, Astrid must also be in the same condition, and they must save her. Meanwhile, the guards got a report that the Black Banner army is invading the castle, with Haru leading the charge. The king then commanded Yuu to be Astrid's personal guard, and to kill Haru in order to save Astrid. Yuu got no other choice but to accept to do so. While preparing to go to battle, Yuu was approached by Astrid. Astrid then asked Yuu to kill her so that Kotona can be safe. She offered Yuu a magic dagger that could kill her without triggering her protective magic. Astrid told him that she would gladly die if it means that Yuu's beloved will be safe and his dispute with his best friend will be resolved. However, Yuu told her that he will save both her and Kotona instead. When the battle started, the Black Banner army destroyed the walls protecting the city and advanced with their magical creature armies. Haru was given the Black Banner armor, which enhanced his strength and enabled him to beat his opponents quickly. Inside the palace, Astrid asked her father to use the Morn Star, a legendary sword owned by the country. However, the king told her that Morn Star disappeared after his father abused the power in the past, and to never let the people or another country know, they put a fake one on display. Outside the castle, the Black Banner army reached the castle gate, and Yuu finally met Haru at the battlefield. The two of them fought ferociously. The knight commander, Bertha, who looked just like Yuu's sister Saki, was captured by the Black Banner army. When Yuu and Haru are about to kill each other, they both triggered their world transfer ability, which transported them both back to their world. We then can see memories of when Yuu and Haru first met. Haru was being attacked by a wild dog, and he was saved by Yuu, who bravely challenged the dog despite being disabled. They both then became best friends from that point on. At the hospital where Kotona was being treated, Yuu tried to convince Haru that his theory of linked lives is the truth. Yuu then remembered that the commander Bertha was in danger the time they left the battlefield. Trying to prove his point, he told Haru that his sister Saki must also be in danger in their world. When they got to Yuu's home, his sister Saki was about to be attacked by the mysterious dark figure who stabbed Kotona. They then immediately left with Saki's car. The mysterious figure then changed into a huge spider monster and chased them all. Saki mentioned that the mysterious figure called her the same way that Yuu usually called her, which was really weird. While trying to shake the spider monster off, the car drove off from the road and fell into a river. This triggered Yuu and Haru's world transportation ability. Before the king's throne, Yuu confronted Naus and accused him as being a traitor. Yuu explained that Naus had the same sin as the dagger that he pulled out from the princess to remove the curse. Astrid then came and explained that the curse caster should have an identical wound as her due to the nature of the curse. To prove his innocence, Naus must show his chest and see whether he has such wounds or not. Seeing no other choice, Naus revealed his true nature and started laughing. He showed how his body was also inflicted with the curse and then changed to wearing the battle armor. It was then revealed that he is Gilrod, the leader of the Black Banner. He also revealed that the reason he aimed for Astrid's life was to increase the strength of his magic, as there lies huge magical power within her. Also, he planned to take over the kingdom, believing that the kingdom is rightfully his. He told them all that he is the deceased older brother of the king, who was killed by their father. Using the armor he gave Haru, Gilrod controlled Haru and made him fight Yuu. Gilrod then immediately took the princess and tried to escape. After saving Haru from the mind-controlling armor, Yuu then attacked Gilrod to save Astrid, but he failed. Remembering that Astrid has a protective spell that will bring harm to those who attacked her, Gilrod tried to kill Astrid using the rubble from destroying the castle. Yuu immediately rushed to save her by covering her with his body, causing him to get impaled by the debris. Seeing how Yuu's wound was really fatal, Haru and Astrid then resolved to fight Gilrod themselves. They both put up a great fight, however, Gilrod could still easily overpower the two of them. Meanwhile, Yuu was approached by the old man with the walking stick he once met at the hospital. The old man gave Yuu his walking stick and told him that only chosen hero can wield it. While Yuu was holding the glowing walking stick, the old man opened a gate and went back to the other world. At the battlefield, Gilrod transformed himself into a huge flying monster and tried to kill Haru after taking Astrid with him. However, Haru was saved by Yuu, who is wielding the walking stick that transformed into the legendary sword Mornstar. Using Mornstar, Yuu easily caught Gilrod and saved Astrid. Unfortunately, Gilrod could heal his wounds instantly and immediately overpowered Yuu again. While being cornered, Gilrod realized that Yuu was not holding the Mornstar with him, and from the back, Haru took Mornstar and stabbed Gilrod in the head, killing him instantly. Both Gilrod and Mornstar disappeared, and a gate linking the two worlds appeared from that spot. Astrid told Yuu and Haru that they were probably able to travel between the two worlds due to the power of the sword. With the disappearance of the sword, they are most likely unable to go back anymore. Haru and Yuu went inside the portal together. However, Yuu pushed Haru to the other side while Yuu went back. Yuu bid farewell to his best friend for the last time and returned to the other world. Haru woke up at the hospital, revealing that he had been unconscious for a whole month after the car accident. Not long, we saw Kotona, who had surgery and had the malignant tumor removed, which was perceived as a miracle by the doctor. Haru realized that everyone had forgotten about Yuu. He slowly realized that Yuu is the other version of him, who came from the other world when Haru needed help. This explained their closeness, similar traits, and the fact that they both liked the same person. We can see the final heartwarming scene of Yuu finally being together with Astrid, and Haru too, happily together with Kotona. So, that was the end of the story for Ni no Kuni. What do you guys think? I think Ni no Kuni is a visually stunning film that features beautiful animation, intricate world building, and an emotional story. The best part is that the story still stays relevant, even though the audience never knew about the game beforehand, making it enjoyable to everybody. Although the characters appeared simplistic and straightforward, I still found it entertaining when Haru transitioned into the antagonist. Additionally, the idea that all lives are interconnected and the surprising revelation that Haru is actually Yuu enhances the appeal of the film. Please tell us what you think through the comment section. If you like this content, leave us a like and share them with your friends. Thank you for watching, and till we see you again.